would it mean to be able to talk to angels? How would that change your life? Join us now on Angel Talk Tuesday as the psychic angel channelers, Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker, allow angels to speak directly through them, sharing messages from beyond. As you bathe in the vibrational frequency of the angels here, you will begin to open up to a stronger and clearer communication of your own. The purpose of this show is to help you awaken, expand, and remember the magnificent being that you are and the mission you came here to fulfill.
Welcome everyone. Our theme for the month is grief, and today's topic is pets are family too. This is Julie Geigel, international psychic medium, trance channel for Archangel Metatron, and awakened healer. I offer psychic medium readings and spiritual counseling over the phone and in person in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com and on Facebook at Psychic Medium Julie. All right, and I am doing a weekly Facebook Live now over on OMTimes magazine, and that is every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And what we basically do is take this topic, the channeling I do with Metatron, and we talk about it for a half hour live in person. You can see me real time. It's great fun. I love being able to engage with our audience. And then I do offer a free reading at the end there. So very exciting stuff. If you'd like to expand on our topic here, be sure to catch me over on OMTimes magazine tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And today I am flying solo. I haven't did this in a very, very, very long time. I have been on the radio for about 6 years now. I think this is my second year with OMTimes. And I just love the environment, love the atmosphere. OMTimes is an amazing place to have a show. So very excited to have found OMTimes and be here with you, with this beautiful, lovely audience that we have. And so, since I am flying solo today, I need your help. I need you to call in, talk to me, please. Ask me any questions you have, or I would love to hear your pet stories. If you have any stories about communicating with your own pets, and we can do that communication when they're still here living, as well as when they've passed on. So would really, really love to hear your pet stories. And if you have any psychic questions or would like a medium reading, I'm wide open. So we're going to do the channeling, the first segment, like we always do. And then for segment 2, 3, and 4, we will just chatter on about our topic or any insights, thoughts, comments, questions you have. So be sure to call in at 1-202-570-7057. Again, that is 1-202-570-7057. All righty. And I have beautiful, lovely kitties, and they want to come in and join us this morning for our channeling. So we're going to just take a moment to let our little Miss Acela come in, and she is going to help us communicate here with the pet world today. I can absolutely feel everybody coming in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to ring the tingsha bells to open up that pure sacred space of channeling for today. Here we go. Welcome. I am Metatron, here in service to humanity. We are very excited to join you here today to talk about your pets in heaven It is a very sacred experience having pets here on your earth dimension, as it opens up many opportunities for you to continue with your expansion and your evolution here on this planet. So we would like to invite you to call in your pets. Take a nice deep breath, allowing yourself to relax and open up to receive communication from your pets in heaven. And feel all the furry little friends coming forward, dancing with joy. There is much mischief here, much energy and excitement. Feel their immense love. There is a purity and a sanctity in their love for you that you will find no place else. Your pets bring many gifts and blessings to you, helping you to stay present in your life, in your day. And if you are able to bring your pets to work on occasion, if at all, this is a very healing experience for you both. Julie is quite privileged to be able to work at home. And in the beginning, her pets were an annoyance as she went about busily with her tasks. But as she began to open up to the idea of being more present, more aware, and not so caught up in the busyness of doing, she began to realize a great opportunity that her pets presented to her. And so, when your pets come to you for love and attention, take a moment to acknowledge that instead of shooing them away with irritation. For when your pets come to you on their own, there is so much more behind that interaction than what you are aware of. Your angelic team has many ways to communicate with you, and they often use your pets as one. They might see you, your angels, feeling depressed or anxious or sad, and they will give your pet a nudge to comfort you, to be near you, offering healing. And your pets are a vehicle for your angelic team to heal, to comfort, to open your heart to being present in your life. So whether you have pets here now with you or pets in heaven, take a moment to feel their immense, deep, abiding love that they have for you. Allow yourself to be bathed in this beautiful energetic frequency that your pet is now offering to you. Endless, infinite, no criticism or judgment, only perfection. Their love has no attachment or expectations. Their love holds no grudges or harbors any guilt. Their love is as close to divine love as you will ever get. That and the love of a baby. So allow yourself to tune in and connect with their glory, for they are constantly with you, helping you on the other side. They are part of your angelic team now. They come to you often, offering hope, encouragement, and their undying love. Opening up to receive this beautiful attunement to the connection you have with your animals in heaven. Letting your own self-doubt and disbelief dissolve. And as you set aside your rational mind and surrender into this space of communing with your pet in heaven, many possibilities begin to open up in your life for connection with the other side, not only with your pets, but a deeper, more lasting connection with your angels and your loved ones in spirit. Your pets can often be the bridge to communication with the afterlife. Allow these blessings to come into your life now. Open up and receive. I am Metatron, and I have spoken here today. This is Julie Geigel, channeling Archangel Metatron. You can find me over at www.
The future of Internet radio is here. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM. The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Hi, I'm Kelly Fox, host host and astrologer of The Astrology Show. Each week, I'll give you access to the current transits, which are a valuable tool that provide astrological information to help unlock the potential each of us has. Understanding the stars can help steer us in the right direction to make better informed choices. So if you're wondering what's going to happen in your week ahead, be sure to tune in to The Astrology Show for guidance, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Do you need help with relationships, romance, or career? I'm a triple-tested, accurate, and ethical psychic medium and spiritual counselor. Simply click on my Call Me Now button at juliegeigel.com.
This is Susan Schuler. In life, intention is everything, and I make each of my handmade soy candles and smudging sprays just for you. Go to mediumsusan.com for details.
Hi, this is Lori Walker. Have you picked up your free gift yet? You can download my chakra clearing meditation from my website at loriwalker.com.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigel from Angel Talk Tuesday, and we are here today with our show, Pets Are Family Too. And as I mentioned before, I'm flying solo today. Our lovely Susan and Lori will be back next week. They were doing some intense mediumship training, so excited to hear more about their week with some very famous mediums that they were working with. Pretty exciting stuff there. But today we are talking about pets in heaven, and we are taking your questions, comments, your pet stories, or any thoughts that you have about our channeling with Metatron today. You can call in at 1-202-570-7057. Again, that number is 1-202-570-7057. And we do have a caller, Jameson from Massachusetts. Welcome, Jameson.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We're thrilled to be able to have live callers now. Absolutely. How can we help today? Do you have a comment, question?
Since it's about pets, I didn't know it was about pets. I'm so sorry. I was going to ask you a question about my mom, but I did just lose my best friend, Lucky, about 2 years ago. And if you have any sense of how he is, that'd be wonderful to hear.
All right. Well, let me take a minute to tune into Lucky. I'm going to have you just take a nice deep breath and all right. The first energy that I am sensing is a little fluffy white ball. Does this make sense at all?
A little fluffy. That wouldn't be Lucky, but I did have a dog before him that was a fluffy white ball. We actually called him Benji.
Okay. Well, that's the first energy that I'm definitely seeing, and Benji is actually showing me that he was there to greet Lucky when Lucky passed.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm definitely
nice.
seeing
that
hear. They are friends in heaven, if you will. And they're kind of dancing around, having a great time. As we kind of ask Benji to step back a little bit, just inviting Lucky to move forward here. I get the sense with Lucky that his death wasn't an easy one, that there was like physical trauma. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah, it does. He had, I believe at the end it was his hips, but then he went into complete renal failure.
Oh, okay.
And it was, it was really hard.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So he's just showing me that to confirm that it is him. But what I'm also seeing, as you mentioned best friend, you lost your best friend, and he really is showing me that you actually have lived many lives together. That,
oh, wow.
Yeah, that in a previous life, he was actually a person, and you and him were friends in that lifetime as well. So you've been connected to him beyond eternity. So he's showing me that connection, that feeling that you have that he was your best friend was literal. That wasn't just a figure of speech.
That's funny. Some of my friends used to say I was crazy, but I'm like, he's like a human. Yes. He understands. He just knows. And he'd just look at you and listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I get the feeling from him that he just needed a break. And I know that was one thing when I was meditating before the show today. Metatron was showing me that sometimes we will choose to reincarnate as an animal when we need a break. Not that it's always an easy experience being an animal, but we can choose that. We can make that choice, to come back as an animal and kind of have more of an easy experience. It also allows us to really experience and embrace the presence, being present, because as an animal, I mean, they're present 24/7. There's never a moment when they're not present.
Yes.
Right? And,
right, exactly.
Just that life of bliss and freedom. And like I said, I'm not saying, always when we choose to come back as an animal, is it an easy life? But many times, more often than, as a human being, there are much less challenging experiences for us as a pet.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was beautiful. Was there anything you wanted to say or mention with Lucky?
No, I'm just glad to know that he's happy, and I mean, I was extremely upset, and still even now it's funny, after he went, we could have sworn we kept seeing him, like especially in the downstairs hallway, and it's just like in the corner of your eye. It's like, wait, no, he's not here anymore. And it was just so funny, or we and he's a dog and we bathed him, but we could almost smell him sometimes, like, and it's just, even in a brand new car, it was just weird. It's like, wait, Lucky's not even here.
That is so exciting. And it is quite interesting because they will come as a mirage, where, you're kind of seeing them out of the corner of your eye, or when you walk into the room, you'll see them, and then as you clear your focus, then they kind of dissolve out of space there. But yeah, definitely many, many signs that he is still with you. He's absolutely in your council. I call it a spiritual team, spiritual council. It's comprised of your guardian angels, loved ones who've passed, pets who've passed, and then totem animals. So definitely you will be together again.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome, Jameson. Thank you so much for calling in today. Have a great day.
Of course. I hope you have a wonderful day also. Bye.
Thank you. All right. It looks like we have Dia, also from Massachusetts. Welcome, Dia, to the show. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Massachusetts rocks this morning. Thank you so much, everybody. How can we help you? Did you have a question or a comment?
Well, I have a question about a dog. His name is Tally. And in 1995, we moved to Europe. So instead of putting him through the 6-month quarantine, I gave him to an older woman that I knew would take good care of him. And I just wonder how he's doing, because that was not an easy decision.
Oh.
And I regretted it.
Oh.
I regretted not just sneaking him in to England by boat at night.
Oh, sure. Sure, absolutely. And he's still here alive. Is that my understanding?
No. When I gave him to the woman, I'm pretty sure he's passed now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because that was in 95. So,
okay. Yeah. All right. So let's take a moment to tune in to his energy. I'm going to have you just take a deep breath and relax. All right. The first energy that I see is a dog that is very strong and solid. I get the impression that he's about a medium to a bigger build. Does that make sense?
That would probably be a dog that just passed about 6 months ago.
And what's his name?
But that Angel.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was your dog?
Yes, it was a white German Shepherd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I get the sense that he's a long-haired. Okay, so as if you heard our last call, a lot of times they'll come together on the same link. So we're going to ask Angel to bring Tally in with him. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The next energy, dog presence that I'm feeling is a dog that's very excitable, almost like a puppy would be. But I get the sense that he was like this a lot. Very energetic, very happy, very, like I said, excitable is the best word that comes to mind. Does this make sense at all?
That could be Tally or the present dog I have with me now. I even noticed today, I thought this dog has a lot of energy, but he's here now.
Well, I'm actually seeing that Tally has come back into the dog that you currently have. What's the dog's name that you currently have?
Presently, this is Romeo.
This is Romeo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tally's just showing me that he is here with you, and he has come reincarnated into Bentley or into Romeo's energy. And so he's also sharing with me that there was no judgment, with you leaving him with this person when you had to move. And certainly the situation could have been figured out, but there's no energy in any of that. So there's no energy in the regret. There's no value in even thinking about that sense of guilt. So it's really important to hear that message today from your angels and from Tally, because he's actually with you right now. So he's like, you can make it up to me. I'm right here. So that's certainly a beautiful, beautiful message. And again, as Metatron mentioned before, our dogs hold no judgment for us for anything. It's almost like their memory gets swiped every 15 minutes. And, they're just pure love, pure joy.
Well, that's great, because I actually did it more for him, because quarantine's very difficult. That was
Absolutely.
6 months in a cage. Yeah, it was not good for dogs, I felt.
Yeah, definitely. Well, enjoy Romeo, and thank you so much, Dia, for calling in today.
I do enjoy him. Thank you, Julie.
Oh, you're welcome. And we'll be back in a moment. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Angel Talk Tuesday.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Hi, Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like to know the secret to manifesting? Join our next Manifesting Mastermind to create miracles of health, wealth, love, and joy. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Why wonder when you can know? Hi, this is psychic medium Susan Schuler. Let me help you get the answers. Schedule an appointment today at mediumsusan.com.
Hi, this is Lori Walker. Would you like to receive daily inspiration? Join me on Instagram and Facebook at Lori Walker, Psychic Medium Healer.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air.
And then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Julie Geigel. And you can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com. And I would like to mention I am hosting a class this Sunday, actually. It's coming up so fast, How to Talk to Dead People. And that will be Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can register for that over at www.bit.do/Julie Geigel. Or you can go to my website and click on the events tab, and that will bring you over to that page as well. So How to Talk to Dead People this Sunday, and what we'll be doing is I'll be sharing my top tips on how to communicate with the spirit world, as well as we'll be doing a beautiful hypnosis session so you can directly contact either a loved one or a pet. It's really amazing how this works. Really super cool, super cool. So you're not going to want to miss this one. And if that day and time doesn't work, no worries. It will all be recorded for you. So you can come in and listen whenever it works out for you. All right. Today we are talking about pets in heaven. And we do have a live caller here, Nicole from Wisconsin. Hi, Nikki.
Hi! Yay, I got through.
And Nicole is my beautiful niece. I'm so blessed to have. And thank you so much for joining us here today, helping me. This is my first time in a very, very long time of flying solo here, doing a whole hour all by myself, just chattering away. So I'm delighted, Nicole, to talk to you. Yay.
Thank you. Well,
now,
I have to tell you that.
Yes, please.
When you were talking, I'm sorry, I think there's a little bit of a delay, but I have got headphones on so I can hear you better. But
okay.
All of this stuff came up. Like I was sitting here just sobbing. And so I tried to take some notes to stay on track, some bullet point notes. But it was very emotional. I just have to tell you that. So I'm glad that I didn't get through right away as a caller, because I needed a little bit of time to compose myself, because that would have been a pretty hot mess there.
Well, and we find that happens a lot, especially,
really?
with each other, because I normally have two other girls that channel. And I know Susan comes right after me, and a lot of times she's like, wow, Metatron is so intense that sometimes it's really tough for me to pull myself out of that in 2 minutes and come back on and channel. But yeah,
exactly.
So that's exciting. And there's a beautiful healing. I've got the crystal bed going right now, and Metatron always brings in a beautiful healing. So that energy, the feedback I have on the healings are just really amazing as well. Now, I know, Nicole, we talked a little bit before the show, and I also do animal communication with pets here on this earth, and I also work a little bit as a medical intuitive. Definitely not my specialty, but I do work in that light and get messages oftentimes. So I know you've got a sick pet at home. her name or his name?
Well, her name is Phoebe. However, we call her Phoebers. So it's kind of her nickname.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's something where I have just had an instinctual healing for quite some time. And when your first caller, she spoke about their first animal feeling like a member of their family. And before we had kids, we had a golden retriever named Lily, who is passed. And she is still with me. I have a picture of her. But the problem that happened with her, and I'm feeling guilty about, that I'm worried is happening with Phoebe, is that because we get so connected with our animals, and they know and they sense when we're sad or sick or other kinds of things, I feel like Lily waited to pass until she couldn't. I'm going to cry. Sorry.
You're good.
1 second. She waited until she couldn't wait anymore because she was so sick. And she had a cyst. She went in. The doctor opened her up just to drain the cyst, and she was riddled with cancer. And so I have some guilt because I have the same feeling with Phoebe, that she's sick and she's just kind of hanging on because she sees how much we need her.
All right, Nicole, let me take a closer look, and I'm going to actually use my percent of value chart and my pendulum. A lot of times this will help me get a very clear reading directly from the source. So we're going to go straight to Phoebe because Phoebe knows, and so we're just going to ask the chart.
She's looking at me right now.
Aww. I can definitely feel her love for you. What's the percent of value that Phoebe has cancer? Okay. It's not life-threatening, Nicole. So the chart says 80%, and what I actually heard was it is not life-threatening.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and even nowadays as humans, we know that cancer doesn't mean the same thing it did 10, 20 years ago. When we heard cancer, that meant that was a death sentence, 90% of the time. But nowadays we have so many different treatments and different options that 90% of the time people are able to heal and overcome that. So definitely.
Now, I have a question about your bed, your
crystal bed.
Crystal bed. I've become much more holistic in terms of health, and I don't want to get into a controversial situation there, but I choose to use alternative methods before traditional methods, and I have done the same with my animals. And so I'm curious if you have any suggestions on helping her with whatever ailments are afflicting her currently in a more holistic way.
Absolutely. And Nicole, I know I do a weekly healing for your whole family with the crystal bed. And how I do that is I just have a little note card, and I've got everybody's name on it and, the issues that they're looking for healing for. And I'm going to right now go ahead and add Phoebe to that list here. And so every week when you get that note from me, that message that a special healing's going on for your family, be sure to take a minute to tune into that energy and send her healing too, because we've talked about this before, you're a powerful healer in your own right. And as you continue down your holistic path, that's only just going to continue to expand and open up for you. But the other thing, Nicole, that was coming in is the oils. And I know you work with doTERRA essential oils. I definitely do some research on that. And as much as you're able to work with the oils with her. I know
Yep.
there are a couple oils that are good for cancer, and good for any kind of autoimmune issues that are going on. I know another thing I use. I'm a huge lover.
Are you going to
of,
say turmeric?
No, well, that's great too. Miracle Gel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Miracle Gel. It's amazing. It is amazing. And I've actually used it. I'm using it right now on one of our cats. She's got ringworm. And it's called a Miracle 2 Neutralizer Gel. If you Google that, I mean, it's relatively inexpensive. I think you get a big bottle for like $10. But yeah, those are just a couple of holistic things I've worked with. The Purify is also good. And you know, like I said, I would definitely do some research with your doTERRA group and see what other people have used. But certainly you're going to want to have a diagnosis, Nicole. I would also make sure that you get her to the vet and have maybe do some blood work, have some tests done, so you actually know what you're dealing with. And then you can make some really good decisions on, maybe you want to do a combination of traditional and holistic.
That sounds good. That feels right. Then I have a better starting point versus just shooting in the dark of where to address it
Absolutely.
sooner. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I ask you a question about that? You mentioned totem animals.
Yes.
And I am not familiar with that at all. And I thought it may be a question that may be useful to other listeners as well who may not have heard of that terminology, as it's new to me. So I just thought I would present that. If you don't have enough time, that's fine, but I'm just curious.
No, that's an excellent question. And if the music comes on, we'll continue after our break. And I know we do have another caller if she's still on the line, so we will take any other callers that we have. Oh, there's the break. But yeah, so we'll go to a caller when we come back from break, and then we'll talk about totem animals. That's a great question. And you know what? I've never really addressed what that is and how you can work that into your life. Thanks so much, Nicole, for joining us here today. And we will be right back. This is Julie Geigel with Angel Talk Tuesday.
Bringing a more conscious lifestyle to your world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like a free psychic reading? Become a member of our inner circle and get a free reading today. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Hi, this is Susan Schuler. Have you stopped by my website to download your free mini grounding meditation? Do so now at mediumsusan.com.
Would you like to speak with an angel? Hi, I'm Lori Walker, a trance channel for Rialta from the angelic realm. Book your session now at loriwalker.com.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigel. Thank you for listening to Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted every Tuesday on OMTimes Radio. And I would love to invite you to join me. I'm starting up a weekly meditation class over on our OMTimes Learn It Live platform. And we will be doing that every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is a free weekly meditation class, and you can sign up over at www.bit.do/Julie Geigel. And we have another wonderful caller today, Crystal. Crystal from New York. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Julie.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for listening today. How are you?
First-time listener, actually.
Oh, awesome. How'd you hear about us?
One of my friends posted on their Facebook to call in, so.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Yeah. Like I said, I'm flying solo here today. I normally have two other co-hosts with me. So it's been beautiful. We've had all these wonderful callers today. It's been very, very exciting. Did you have a question or a comment about our show today?
Well, the thing, I didn't realize that you were doing animal readings today when I called in.
Yep.
I had something on another topic, if that was okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just taking what I can get today.
Okay. So I'll break it down a little bit for you. I've been in a semi-toxic relationship with my daughter's father for almost 5 years. He's verbally and psychologically abusive, a recovering heroin addict. Basically, I'm trying to get free.
Okay.
And one of my social workers that I work with had reported him into death, and they're going to be coming out today to talk to myself and my boys. And I was just wondering if you could get a feeling maybe of how that's going to go, if it's going to work out in my favor.
And so you cut out a little bit, Crystal. So 5-year toxic relationship, what's his name?
His name is Ryan.
Ryan, okay. And who's coming out to the house today?
CPS worker.
Oh, okay. So there's been a report filed against him?
There was a report made against him. Yeah.
Okay. In regards to the children?
Right.
Okay. All right. And so
they see us arguing a lot, and it's very hard on them.
Sure, absolutely. And you're wondering if this will work out in your favor?
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
So honestly, the only reason I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
The only reason I stayed so long is because he always threatens to take our daughter away from me if I break up with him. So.
Okay. All right. So we're going to take a look at the chart for you today. I'm going to have you just take a deep breath and relax.
Okay.
And we're just going to open to receive whatever messages your angels and Archangel Metatron want to bring in. All right. And we're just going to ask the chart here, what's the percent of value that this experience that's coming this afternoon for Crystal and Ryan is going to land in Crystal's favor? Okay. That definitely went to 100%, Crystal. And I just want to share a couple quick things here. Number one, from the romance deck comes new love. And also divine guidance. So what I'm seeing is as you let go of the illusion, the stories that he is creating, that you are believing, as you let go of that and you see the truth, that you do have power, that you do have options and you do have choices, that things are going to begin to open up in your life. Opportunities, people are going to come in to help you, and experiences that will open up new doors and new options for you. So Ryan is certainly manipulating you, telling you whatever he needs to hang on to this situation, keep this situation the way that it is. But you're very smart, and there's something about this experience today that's going to shift everything for you. It's almost like a wake-up call. So it's important for you to own your own power and to stay aligned with the truth, with who you are. So a beautiful technique that I share with people is just put your feet flat on the floor and imagine swinging your hand over the top of your head like a lasso. And then I want you to do this with me, Crystal, and repeat after me, okay? I own my own power at all times.
I own my own power at all times.
And we're going to say that 2 more times. I own my own power at all times.
I own my own power at all times.
And 1 more time. I own my own power at all times. And take a nice deep breath. Now, I did that with you, and I could feel a huge shift after we said it the second time. So there's huge power in this technique. What you're doing is you're calling in your spiritual council, your spiritual team, and you're asking them to help you stand in your glory, in your truth. And that's where that divine guidance card comes in, is that you will receive specific messages from your team on what action to take, what steps you need to take to keep yourself safe and to move out of this situation with Ryan. And as you trust and have faith in yourself and take action, I am seeing a new love come in for you. Almost like the knight in shining armor, which, you don't want to shift everything off onto a new person to take care of you.
No.
But
no, I don't.
I am seeing someone come in who's very supportive, who really helps you get through this difficult time. Yeah.
He's already in my life.
Oh, that's awesome. It's time to take action. Absolutely time to take action.
So much.
Yeah, and breathe. That's the other card that came up for you. Breathe.
Okay. I'll breathe.
Oh, much love to you today, Crystal. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet. All right. Well, let's just take a quick moment because we've got about 2 minutes here left. And we're going to talk just briefly about the totem animals. Nicole had asked, what that is and, how that works in our spiritual team, our spiritual council. That actually comes in certainly from the Native American realm. And one of the books that I love, it's actually my favorite card deck. It's called Medicine Cards, and it's a book, and it comes with a deck of animal cards. And it is written by Jamie Sams and David Carson. And they actually have a website, and they've got kind of they've got a card spread on their website, and you can click on one of the cards, and it'll give you an animal reading right there. It's really kind of cool. But yeah, so the animal cards are quite powerful, and that's how I've learned about the animals as medicine. And the idea, the totem animal is almost like a guardian angel, where it is an animal that's assigned to you when you come into this earth plane, and it stays with you through your entire life here on this planet and leaves when you take your last breath. And that totem animal can give you much strength, much power and grace as you begin to understand the medicine that it offers to you and how it can work with you in your journey here for your divine life mission. So totem animals, examples would be like a tiger. Eagles are very common totem animals. Let's see, what else? Oh, like whales and dolphins, horses, all of those are totem animals. And you can typically, I mean, they're pretty easy to spot because it is the animal that you're drawn to. Like my daughter, Janae, ever since she could talk, I swear, she was all about horses. And I did a past life regression with her. Well, it wasn't for an animal past life regression. I just did a past life regression because she was horribly afraid of storms. And we figured out what that issue was about in a past life. She had died during a tornado when she was quite small. And then all of a sudden she started moving into all of these past lives where she was an animal. And it was so cool. And one was a horse. The first one she moved into was a horse, that she was actually living and breathing as a horse. And then the other animal that she moved into was a whale. Or no, not, excuse me, dolphin. But very exciting stuff. And so tune in and connect with that totem animal. If you want to know more about your totem animal, you can certainly take a look at that book, Medicine Cards. They do have some information online as well. But yeah, this has been a phenomenal show. Very, very exciting. And don't forget How to Talk to Dead People coming up this Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can register over on my website at www.juliegeigel.com. Just click on the Events tab. We'd love to have you join us. It's going to be an incredibly exciting class to communicate with your pets and loved ones in spirit. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join us here on Angel Talk Tuesday. Archives are posted 24 hours after the live show airs on OMTimesRadio.com. Remember, you have a plethora of angels uplifting, inspiring, and enfolding you in God's love every day. Until next time, this is the Psychic Angel Channelers, Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker, helping you connect with your own